Hey, what's up, SmallBoySir fam? So you ever look in the mirror and think, man, I'm like physically a grown-up, right? But then something happens, like someone you really care about drops the ball and suddenly you're feeling, I don't know, maybe 5 years old again, throwing a silent tantrum. Yeah, me too. Holy moly guacamole. It's a weird human thing, isn't it? It's like our bodies grow up and get all responsible looking, but our emotions, they're kind of on their own little roller coaster, maybe taking the scenic route. And we could be like pushing 40, like yours truly, SmallBoySir here, but inside when we get let down, our reactions can be, well, let's just say less than mature. Ever been there? I know I have. So how do we even figure out where we're at on this emotional growth chart? Well, there's this one deceptively simple question that can actually tell you a whole lot. It's this. When someone you depend on emotionally, like really lets you down, disappoints you, or just leaves you hanging there, feeling all uncertain and stuff, what's your go-to reaction? Think about it for a sec. Apparently there are like 3 classic ways we tend to act when we're emotionally still a bit, well, let's just say developing. And honestly, I've seen these in myself and maybe you have too. So let's dive in, shall we? First up, we've got the sulkers. Oh boy, the sulkers. This is where you get like super upset, right? But instead of, actually saying what's wrong, you just clam up. You give the silent treatment. You're basically radiating bad vibes but refusing to explain why. It's like your pride is so fragile. The idea of admitting you're hurt feels like, I don't know, showing weakness or something. You secretly hope, like a little kid, that the other person will just magically get it, read your mind, and fix everything without you. Having to utter a single word. Sound familiar to anyone? Be honest. Then we've got the furious folks. Oh, the drama. This is the over-the-top anger response. Someone disappoints you and bam! It's like a volcano erupted. The fury looks powerful on the outside, right? But actually, underneath all that rage, it's often coming from a place of feeling like totally lost and helpless. It's like you're trying to regain control by acting like some kind of, a wronged emperor or a caged tiger. All insults and viciousness. But really, it's like a coded message saying, hey, I'm terrified and I feel defenseless. It's kind of sad when you think about it, isn't it? And finally, we have the cold shoulder crew. This one's interesting. It actually takes a lot of guts to admit to someone who's hurt you that you actually care. That they have some kind of power over your feelings. That a part of your life is like in their hands. So sometimes it's easier to just put up this massive wall of indifference. You act like you didn't even notice the slight, like you couldn't care less. And sometimes you might even start to believe your own act. Maybe feeling nothing at all becomes easier than dealing with the pain of being vulnerable. Has anyone ever gone completely cold on someone? What was that like? But hey, it's not all doom and gloom, right? Because if there are signs of emotional immaturity, then there must be signs of emotional maturity. And guess what? There are 3 of those too. Think of them as like the leveled up versions of those not so great reactions. First, there's the capacity to explain. Sounds simple, right? But actually being able to clearly describe why you're upset to the person who upsets you. That's a big deal. It means you trust that you can find the words, that you're not pathetic for feeling the way you do, and that with a bit of luck, the other person will actually understand. It's about having faith in communication, which, let's be real, isn't always easy. Next up, we've got the capacity to stay calm. A truly emotionally mature person knows that they have the option to assert themselves later in a healthy way. Because of that inner confidence, they don't feel the need to explode immediately. They can give people the benefit of the doubt, not automatically assume the worst, and avoid hitting back with unnecessary force. It's like they like themselves enough not to constantly think everyone's out to get them. Makes sense, right? And finally, the capacity to be vulnerable. This one can be tough. Mature folks understand and have accepted that being close to anyone means you risk getting hurt. But they have enough inner strength to handle their own vulnerabilities. They're not embarrassed to show their emotions, even to the person who might have hurt them. They can say, hey, I need help, or this really upset me. They trust that it's okay to have feelings, even to cry, and that there are people out there who will know how to support them. So these 3 things, communication, trust, and vulnerability, these are like the 3 cardinal virtues. of emotional maturity. Now, some of us might have gotten a head start on the maybe if we had a really warm and supportive childhood. It's like learning your first language. But for others, it's more like learning a foreign language as an adult. It takes time, effort, and a whole lot of patience. And hey, there's absolutely no shame in that. Serious. A lot of us, maybe even half of us, weren't exactly raised in an emotionally literate environment. We might have never even heard adults around us speaking this emotionally mature dialect. So if you feel like you need to go back to emotional school, even as a grown-up, that's totally okay. It might take thousands of hours of learning, but think of it as mastering a beautiful and complex language. So what do you guys think? Where do you see yourselves on this emotional maturity spectrum? Any of these reactions sound familiar? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, thanks for hanging out with your boy, SmallBoySir. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.